in fulfillment of its mandate given by the federal government to the Council for Regulation of Freight Forwarding, CRFFN, the Council has set up a conflict resolution committee to resolve disputes in the Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents, ANLCA. Speaking at a brief inauguration of the committee, which took place at Rockview in Apapa, the chairman of the governing board of CROFFN, Alhaji Abubakar Tisani.
Of the crisis in Association of Nigerian Custom Agents at Rockview Hotel, Apapa, Lagos, on 1st of September 2022. This is my inaugural speech. All protocol observed. It is with the highest sense of responsibility that I address you today on the inauguration of a committee on the resolution of the protracted crisis in Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents, ANLCA. A freight forwarding association accredited by the Council CRFFN with accreditation number AFF001. The Council could not intervene earlier than now because the matter was before a court of competent jurisdiction which has given its judgment. However, with the very disturbing media report of last week and in compliance with Section 4D of the Council Act number 16 of 2007, it has become necessary for the Council to intervene by exploring an alternative and best possible dispute resolution mechanism for amicable resolution of the crisis and sustained peace. In light of the above, I hereby constitute the following committee. Membership: Alhaji Abba Yusuf, Council Member as Chairman. Honorable Donatus Ozomena, Council Member as Vice Chairman. Otumba Moshud Tijani, Council Leader as the Member. Mrs. Patricia Umo, Representative of the Ministry of Transportation as a Member. Mr. Asuko Efik, the CRFFN Director, Human Resources, as Secretary. We are also expecting the representative of Chief's Council, with the ascending the Director Legal as the member. The fact finding. The committee is to trace the remote and the immediate causes of the crisis and why it was lingered on despite several attempts made at resolving it. To review the roles of police and the judiciary in its effort to resolve the crisis and recommend the way forward. To explore the best possible dispute resolution mechanism in the peaceful and amicable resolution of the crisis. Part 1 should be concluded within 3 days and report with recommendation made to the Chairman of the Governing Council. Part 2, the reconciliation and sustainable peaceful coexistence. 1. To adopt the best possible ways of reconciling all parties concerned as approved by the undersigned. 2. To recommend ways to avert future recurrence of such crises towards sustainable peaceful coexistence. The entire exercise should be concluded on or before Wednesday, 7 September 2022. At this juncture, therefore, I have the honor and privilege to inaugurate the committee, and you are hereby inaugurated. Thank you for attention, and God bless you. ANLCA is not only just an ordinary association, but it's an association that contributes a lot to the revenue of the country, especially in their custom agents, whereby they do a lot of clearing that bring a lot of generation to the country. That is why we are not only looking at it as an association, but an economic developer of the country. That is why we need not to join with the issue. And inshallah, we are doing our best to see that we have bring the issue to a logical conclusion. Even yesterday night, I discussed with my honorable minister. He gave out the correct that it is good we go into it, and where we need their intervention, we should always alert him. And inshallah, we are ready to do our best. And at the end of today also, I'm going to brief the honorable minister about our development so that he will continue to know where we are in, inshallah. As you are all aware, this ANLCA crisis has been on for almost 4 years now, and all effort to resolve the issue become difficult. That is the reason why now the CRFFM, being the regulators of all the association, decide to come up and resolve the issue. And inshallah, we will do our best to make sure that all these crises have been resolved amicably, and all the two functions will be happy with the resolution of the council, inshallah.
Council, other council members for this intervention, because the council look forward to resolving the crisis, which has much energy has been put in, instead of putting in energy on the development of the maritime sector, which will also translate into national development. So it's soliciting for cooperation of all the parties concerned so that the crisis could be resolved, and then also wish the committee a very successful deliberation. Thank you so much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of my able members, first of all, we want to thank the chairman CRFFN for finding us suitable to do this work. We thank you very much, and we assure you we will not disappoint you. As you are all aware, our functions are two, and it could be the two can emanate to three also, because we have to make recommendations. We have to find out the remote causes of what really happened. So we have to go and dig with the history. Luckily, we have our leader. We have also Right Honorable Ozemena, who is on his way. They are all tested hands in this business. ANLCA is extremely important. They collect a lot of revenue for the federal government, by implication, fact. So it's extremely important. The CRFFN cannot fold its hands when there is a crisis in such association. The association boasts of over 3,000 members. So you can imagine such an association without any leadership. So we will do our best, and we will not mind calling a spade, and then we will give our recommendation to the Honorable Chairman of CRFM, and may God assist us.
You know, I can't say we have waited longer before the council coming into the matter, because you know there are certain mechanisms of resolving conflict within the industry that the council has according to the act. It's enshrined there in the act, and that those are the right process that are supposed to be followed to resolve conflict. For instance, whenever a freight forwarder is found wanting at any capacity, the matter is to be brought before the investigative panel of the council, which will go and investigate. It has representations of law enforcement agents, even EFCC as time goes on. And we also have our tribunal that look into matters that have to do with problems of the freight forwarders. But in the case of this crisis of Association of Nigeria Licensed Customs Agents, it has started since and it started before all these mechanisms are properly put into place. If you could remember, in our last council meeting, the first council meeting, the committees were already inaugurated, among which is this investigative panel and the committee on the freight forwarders disciplinary tribunal. So with these mechanisms now having been put in place, so the council find it the right time to intervene, and hopefully this intervention will definitely bring the end of the crisis, and all the warring factions will come to understand each other, and they will continue with their businesses respectively.
It is a well-known fact that ANLCA has been contributing to the growth of the economy through the maritime industry since 1954. Joy Inamna, Seabed TV.